Hey there, thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, it is great to have you here. Look, most of us in our lives, we strive for success, right? But it kind of got me thinking, why is it then, if most people strive for success, why is the world not overcrowded with really successful people? Well, please stick around for this video because I'm going to share with you through an article that I came across exactly why there aren't more successful people in the world. And it's, believe it or not, it's all got to do with fear. If it's your first time to my channel, I'm Melanie Weber, and my channel is all about how you can have the lifestyle and the income in order to live your greatest life ever. So if that's of interest to you, then please consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any content around that. So as I said, I came across this article by a psychologist and writer called Nick Wignall, and I will put a link down in the description to his article. And what Nick says is that it's not actual success that people fear, and that's why they're not successful, but it's actually fearing the things that usually come along with success, such as fame and fortune. So it kind of got me thinking, why on earth is that? Why would people fear the outcomes or the consequences that come with success? According to Nick, in his article, as he states, that fear of success generally stems from our childhood, whereby when we have been successful, it's been linked to a negative outcome. So, for example, the same way that we learn not to touch an oven when it is hot, then we also learn to avoid successful situations if it's attributed to feelings or consequences such as shame or guilt or the other sorts of negative emotions. And the fear of success actually grows with avoidance. So people who do fear success, generally throughout their life, they avoid situations where they're going to be in the spotlight or there's going to be attention on them, such as getting promotions at work or excelling in any arena of their life, whether it be sports or relationships or anything like that. They're likely to avoid anything that brings attention to them. Sadly, for people who have a fear of success, suffer mentally in that they tend to have anxiety, but otherwise they're pretty intelligent and diligent people. They also too tend to suffer in silence, in the fact that they don't tend to share their fear with others. And the reason for that is, as I said at the start of the video, the vast majority of us, we strive for success. We do everything in our power so that we can be successful in our life. However, of course, given that that's what someone who fears success is trying to avoid, then it's difficult for them to share and discuss and confide in majority of people that's something that they're wanting to avoid. And you can well imagine that, if someone came up to you and said to you, look, I actually don't want success, or I avoid it, or I'm not wanting that promotion because it's going to bring attention on me and all of these negative things, you're probably going to think that there's something wrong with them, right? So hence why people who don't want success in their life, or they have that fear for very good reasons, don't share it with the other people around them. So with all of that said, is there anything that you can do if you do have a fear of success? Well, I'm pleased to say yes, there are things that you can do to help combat it or help to manage it. So among the strategies you can employ to help overcome or manage a fear of success is, first of all, is to understand and identify exactly what the source of your fear is, whether it has been, as I said earlier, something in your childhood, that has been some negative consequence as a result of you excelling in something and doing well. Was it criticism from your parents or someone who you really deeply admired, or was it ridicule, or was it embarrassment or shame, or what was it? And acknowledge that yes, that it stems from your childhood. This is where it actually came from. It's not something that you have completely imagined in your mind. It's something tangible, and that's the reason why you have that fear today. One of the strategies also that Nick suggests that you can employ to help overcome a fear of success is simply to face your fear the same way anyone should face any fear that they have, whether it be a fear of heights or a fear of swimming or a fear of lions or snakes or whatever it might be, is just to face your fear little by little. So for someone who fears success, it could be something as simple as the next time that someone gives them a compliment, which of course is intended to make them feel good, is to actually say thank you, or just acknowledge that, it's great for that person to recognize and acknowledge something positive in them, rather than either brushing it off or just dismissing the compliment altogether, which is something that they might otherwise have done. So there you go. The reason why people may not be successful in their life could simply be a fear of it. And the great news is that just like any fear, a fear of success can be managed and overcome. I hope this video has been of value to you, particularly in the instance if you are someone who success doesn't sit comfortably with you. There are things that you can do to help overcome it. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate to know that you have gotten value from it. And until I see you on my next video, I certainly do hope you take the greatest of care.